the AI Cold War came to India, and India was not ready. India just tried to host the world's ultimate AI Unity Summit, and instead it turned into a total battlefield. In the last 24 hours, Sam Altman and Dario Amodei turned a Unity photo op into a viral moment of open rivalry on national TV. A university was caught faking a Chinese robot as their own invention, and Google just dropped $15 billion on India. If you think this was just a conference, you are wrong. This was the opening shot of the real AI World War. Here is the real story of what happened. Part 1. The handshake that never happened. So let's set the scene. It's February 19th, the India AI Impact Summit in New Delhi. Prime Minister Modi is on stage for the big closing photo op. You know the drill, the classic Unity shot. He lines up the titans. You've got OpenAI CEO Sam Altman standing directly next to Anthropic CEO Dario Amodei. The plan? Everyone holds hands and raises them together, a symbol of global cooperation. But here is what actually happened. When Modi went for the hands, Altman and Amodei did not join hands. Instead of a unity clasp, they both raised these solo, clenched fists. No scene, no words, just two closed hands, pointed upward, side by side, and crucially not touching. Now, the clip went viral instantly, and if you look at the footage, you can feel the tension radiating off the stage. This wasn't a mistake. People are reading this as a deliberate statement. Why does this matter? Because this is the physical manifestation of a digital Cold War. Remember, Amodei didn't just leave OpenAI in 2021. Reportedly, he left because he believed OpenAI was moving too fast without adequate safety guardrails. He co-founded Anthropic to build what he described as a safety-first AI. That philosophical split, safety versus speed, it hasn't gone away. I mean, remember what happened just weeks before this summit? Anthropic literally just ran a Super Bowl ad mocking OpenAI for putting ads in ChatGPT. So when these two men stood side by side in New Delhi in front of cameras from every major outlet in the world, they weren't there to make peace. It looked a lot like they were there to mark territory. The raised fists didn't create the story, they just made it impossible to ignore, and the stakes are enormous. In the run-up to this summit, Altman said India now has around 100 million weekly active ChatGPT users and the world's largest student user base, making India one of OpenAI's biggest markets anywhere. Anthropic, meanwhile, is racing to catch up and expand its footprint. Every partnership and government relationship in India is turning into a front line in a competition neither side will openly call a war. Yesterday, they finally showed that war to the world without saying a single word. But hold on, because while the titans were flexing on stage, something absolutely mortifying was happening in the exhibition hall. Part 2, the Orion deception. This is the part that honestly, it broke the internet yesterday, because this one is almost too absurd to believe. While the world was replaying the Altman-Amodei clip and analyzing the non-handshake, a professor from Galgotias University went on DD News, that's India's state broadcaster, to show off what was described as their indigenous innovation. Meet Orion, the robot dog that was supposed to demonstrate India's homegrown AI hardware mastery. The professor is standing there, live on camera, pointing at it, explaining it like they built it from scratch. The segment airs, clips circulate. It looks for a moment like a great national success story. But the internet is undefeated. Within hours, tech sleuths zoomed in on the design, the joints, and guess what? Orion isn't Indian at all. It appears to be a Unitree Go 2, a commercially available robot from a Chinese company, Unitree Robotics. You can buy it online right now for about $1,600. In other words, they essentially bought a Chinese toy, slapped a sticker on it, and presented it to the Prime Minister's flagship AI summit as a breakthrough indigenous innovation. And it gets worse. When the government officials and organizers found out what was going on, they didn't just ask them to leave. They ordered the university to vacate the premises immediately. Cameras literally caught staff quietly taking down banners while the scandal exploded on social media. It was a national embarrassment in real time. And then, before that story had even finished trending, a second investigation started. The same university's original soccer drone was identified as a commercial South Korean product. Two fakes, same booth, same day. To be fair, this is one university's failing, not a verdict on India's actual capabilities. The summit did feature genuine Indian innovation, but the timing was catastrophic. And what's striking is how quickly it all unraveled. 2 hours. That's how long a global audience tore through the deception. But, and this is crucial, if you focus on the fake dog, you miss the real story. Because while the clowns were being kicked out, the emperor walked in. Part 3. The $15 billion homecoming. Enter Sundar Pichai. While Altman and Amodei are playing Cold War games, the Google CEO walked onto the stage and did the only thing that actually matters in warfare. He dropped $15 billion. That is not a typo. Pichai announced a massive investment plan for an AI hub centered at Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh. We're talking full-stack AI infrastructure, large-scale data centers, serious compute capacity, and new subsea cable links to tie India more tightly into Google's global network. On top of that, Pichai talked about educational partnerships with 10,000 Indian schools and large-scale AI training programs for 20 million government employees, positioning Google as a long-term partner in upskilling India's workforce, not just a vendor selling cloud credits. But here's the genius part, the personal story. Pichai didn't just bring a checkbook, he brought a piece of his own story. He talked about riding the Coromandel Express through Visakhapatnam as an IIT Gorakhpur student and connected that memory to Google's new infrastructure push as a personal homecoming. The boy on the train returns to build the station. Strategically, this is a fortress move. India has 100 million weekly active ChatGPT users. That is a massive demand signal. By dropping $15 billion on infrastructure, Google isn't just participating in the Indian market, it's trying to own the ground the war is fought on, the data centers, the cables, the networks, the training pipelines. While OpenAI and Anthropic are fighting over who has the cooler chatbot, Google is literally laying the pipes those chatbots will run through. Think about that in context of everything else that happened yesterday. Altman and Amodei couldn't even complete a Unity hand link on stage. A university got thrown out for showing off a Chinese robot dog as indigenous. And while every camera and headline chased those dramas, Pichai walked in and announced the cables, data centers, and partnerships that will carry and shape the data of 1 billion+ people. The drama got the clicks. The cables might decide who actually wins. So, what does this all mean? February 19th, 2026 was the day the mask slipped. We saw the ego with the handshake snub, we saw the fraud with the robot dog, and we saw the empire with Google's checkbook. India isn't just a market anymore, it's the main theater of the AI world war, because with 1.4 billion people, whoever wins India doesn't just win customers, they win the data, the developer ecosystem, and a huge chunk of the future talent pipeline. The handshake snub was just the beginning. Watch Visakhapatnam. That city is about to become the most important piece of real estate in the AI world, and nobody is paying enough attention yet. But I want to know what you think. Was the non-handshake a calculated power move by Altman and Amodei, or just petty drama? Does the open rivalry between OpenAI and Anthropic actually hurt India, or does it give India leverage to extract better deals from both sides? And does Google's $15 billion actually guarantee them a win, or are they just building roads for OpenAI and Anthropic's cars? Let me know where you land in the comments. Subscribe to AI Trend Alerts if you want the follow-up, because there are rumors of private deals signed at this summit that haven't even leaked yet. We'll have that in 48 hours. I'll see you there.